Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the weekly momentum outlook for week 40 starting October 1st, 2017. Hey guys, as always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. To support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, here we are in week 40. Actually, market's already open. It is Sunday. Globex session been open for a couple of hours here. We'll go ahead and see where current trend is. But let's go ahead and just highlight the week 39 recap. You want to check that out. Some of the charts focusing on the ETFs. Again, been building up that part of the website here. It is quarterly rebalancing, Jedi traders. So want to pay attention to that. I'm just going to give a shout out right to the Jason Kelly. Solid trading plan when it comes to the 3% signal, which he calls it, and simply evaluating your ETFs and rebalancing. Did they make over 3% or more? Moving them to a bond. Anyway, you can read more about that. I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't follow it personally. So there it is, giving a shout out. So it is quarterly rebalancing. So again, I've been keeping up on that on the website. So you want to make sure you check that out as we build the ETF portfolio up. All right, so week 29, again, we talked about the ES weeklies. We'll take a look. We'll just jump in. The format that I'm moving to at this point is wanting to do that video. So if you go to the week 39 recap here, you just have to roll down again some of the highlighted charts, and there it is. That's the video recap, the daily gaps, and taking a look at how we ended the week off. So check that out again, week 39 recap. So the outlook is focused at where are we in the current trend as we enter week 40. And obviously the big question on everybody's mind is, when's the pullback coming? When's the pullback coming? Because we have been in this solid uptrend for the past almost 11 months as we continue to climb. So indices continue to move upside. So let's just bring up that quick open gaps there in the current trend here as we finished out the week 39, and we're still holding upside. And really the ES and the RTY leading the indices up here in market momentum. Obviously open gaps always a concern that we want to watch as we open any week up. We want to see if momentum is going to turn down. If momentum starts to turn down, we'll be watching those open gaps. Again, what does momentum look like? It's a very clear picture to me using a combination of moving averages as well as the combination with the Murray math levels, MML levels. So it was RTY really that started this lead upside, and so we're sitting up here around 1495. 3 with the VIX closing out in the mid-9s. We'll see if that holds into week 40. And one thing you want to watch for here this week is the short interest building up on the FANG and Microsoft stocks as well. Not to say that that's any indicator that it's exactly what's going to happen, but there has been a short interest. Perm bears wetting their lips here as we enter into October. And but keep in mind, Amazon, the only one of the FANG stocks with Microsoft currently under the 50 MA. So highlight on that. All right, let's jump up to one of my two favorite indices, not indices, but ETFs that I'm watching. Again, the FF, the VTI, the Total Stock Market Index. We're looking here. So again, the first thing I look at is where are the moving averages, or where's price action in orientation to those. So I'm above the 50, I'm above the 200, and I'm above the 10 EMA short-term trend. I look at the 534, which is the bar number 2. Look at the bar down here, which is the 5144. Again, this is a larger time frame. That's a 200 tick chart. So right now, current momentum, obviously solid upside. Again, we see the pullbacks, we see the support, but we've been running from the MML low to the high. So combined with the T3 moving averages or the 5144, put it all together and we continue to move upside. So price action all the way back upside here. Again, this is a short-term MML, so I want to bring caution to that in the market as we roll into week 40. If resistance holds here, we'll obviously see that on an intraday on a smaller time frame, but right now the current momentum is still upside on the total stock market index. All right, let's take a look at the FFTY again, ETF that I watch when it comes to the IBD 50 solid fundamental stocks. Same picture, 10 period moving average, 50, 200, we're all in sync. Moving averages, one above the other, price action all in the green. But again, we revisited in week 39, so we're back to that overbought level. And as we continue to move higher, the question is, what kind of study are you using to project? And there are a variety of different studies out there. Everybody's got a choice. You can use the combination of your RSI and MACDs with an MML. You can use moving averages, or Fibonacci's as well. But here we have the move upside on we've already broken the bigger picture. So right now, a little bit more caution as price action starting to chop a little bit in these shorter MMLs. And so obviously we can always play the low to the high, and if it turns around, we can play the high to the low. But if we're a swing trader and we're trying to hold on to an ETF, there's no question about it, we're definitely to the upside. So again, you can move those stops up to any of these former MML levels, giving a little bit of distance, keeping it at least around maybe the 50 MA, holding at the short-term MML lows, oversold, reversal, that would put you around 30.27. All right, that's the FFTY. Again, watching that dollar index, the UUP ETF. Again, a short-term pullback here. Bigger picture, still downside. We're under the 50. We did break the 50 upside, so that's a positive trend in sync with the 5144. So in the week to come, I want to see if price action is going to break above this reversal 24.37. If it does, that will give me another MML upside, which another target will be looking at 150. But again, there's the major support on the bigger MML. You can see from this side all the way over to the other side. So there it is, major support resistance, and embedded in that the short term. So multiple MMLs there, obviously a solid wall there. So again, if the dollar index is to ride some more up, we'll obviously see the reflection in the stocks. But if dollar rides up, it will be breaking the reversal up here. We'll be headed once to the 150, and then I'll be looking to 25 on the UUP. Anything else, we'll be looking downside to the 50, look for 2402, and then look for the support down here at 2383. If things get worse, we'll be coming down to 2344. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the current indices as they stand. Let's start with crude. Actually, let's start with crude. Again, I want to give you the big picture by the daily and the weekly. So MMLs, there it is, bang, on the end of September, week 39 on a daily. We hit the reversal up here, 52.34, pullback as the weekly continues to move from the lows to the highs. So we'll be wanting the bigger picture to be looking up to that 56.25, which actually we have an open gap sitting up there. So you might want to watch that around 55. So pullback on the daily, uptrend on the weekly. And so there it is. There's your pullback on the daily, kind of in sync with the 50 tick chart here. But as we can see, we've been in the green now for a while on the crude. 51.44 is upside. We're holding still above the 10 EMA. So any pullback at this point, if we break the 10 EMA on the crude this week, I'll be looking down to major support back down here at 50. All right, taking a look at, let's take a look at the gold as we headed to week 40. Price action pulling down here a little bit. We found that support. We broke the 50, so we're back in that range of the 5,200. So I look for the support here, 1281. Go to the daily. We're in a trend back downside to here to 1250. 1250 puts us at the major support resistance. With everything in the red, I got to go with the probability that gold might just head down to that 1250, and that would put us right under the 200 period moving average. Gold turns around, we'll look back up here to 1312.50, which would put us back in the weekly as well as daily MML highs. which would put us right here at the halfway point on the 50-tick chart. So again, no crystal ball here. All I can tell you is I'm ready for both directions, and those are the levels you might want to be looking at. All right, let's jump into the indices here. As we said we did, let's start with the ES. Again, we know the big picture on the ES weekly as we saw on the recap. And so here we are. Weekly, we've been up here. We broke above that 2,500. Sitting now up at the daily 25.19 highs. I expect an MML short-term reset this week to give me some projected levels upside if we continue to move up. So yet to come. We're not there yet. So I use, again, the daily, the weekly levels up here all the way up to 26.17, the bigger picture. But right now, 25.19 to 25.29 will be the levels as long as we hold above that 10 EMA. Any pullback, I'll be looking down here to major support resistance 2,500, and then anything lower 24.90. But that might take, well, we'll see what happens there. Take a look at the NQ as we roll into week 40. Price action still more room upside as the ES and the RTY back at those highs. The NQ still has room to come back up to the all-time high. So there it is, 60.15. Higher target on the weekly, 60.93. As you can see, the short-term MML, it reached there within the latter part of the week. I'm looking up here at 60.15 on the 75. Any pullback? First 58.98 and then downside 58.59, which is the longer term MML, is looking for support if price action is to come down. All right, RTY, price action also at those all-time highs. Anything higher? Yeah, we still got 1,500 to 1,515. That's my window up here on a daily, which matches up on the weekly, holding above the 10, 50, and the 200. So pretty strong, nice solid hike in Ashi bars. There on Wednesday, which had that nice lift last week to put us up here at the MML highs. Anything pullback, we'll want to be looking to 1468. Anything deeper down here to 1453. If we lose it all, yeah, we'll be looking down here to 1406, which would put us in the 5200. But we are all in the green right now here on a 50-tick chart. All right, wrapping up here with the YM index as we still have room to go, 22,500, both on a daily and a weekly. That should put us, that would give us also the move back up here on the 50 on the YM. But right now, short-term resistance, we're all in the green. We're holding above the 10, above the 50, above the 200. So momentum still to the upside. All right, so Jedi traders, where do I come up with this idea? First of all, IBD outlook still in a confirmed uptrend. The SPY versus the FEZ. FEZ has been having a phenomenal year, 21.11% return in comparison to the SPY, 11.74. We're still strong to the upside, but my technical momentum on the indices at this point still remains to the upside, though with caution as we near some of these MML long-term highs. Short term is always some nice resistance, but as long as we start coming up to those MML long-term highs, you want to play a little caution. Watch the intraday. You can always play both directions. If you're on the swing, it is an opportunity to move your stop up on the smaller time frame. So for instance, let's say I'm on the YM here on the swing, or perhaps on the DIA. I'm moving all the way up here. My target up here, 2,500. You can use the short term as long as price action continues momentum upside. You can use the levels inside here to use as a stop as price action moves up. All right, so technical momentum probability on the indices remains in an uptrend. Obviously, those October perma bears are going to start to come out. Yep, Trader's Almanac said that we were going down in September, but obviously we did an opposite trend there. So October, we'll see. Earnings season coming out here as this week we'll be looking at Tesla coming out, car sales makers also, car maker sales report as well. Google event on Monday, that's tomorrow, and transports we will report on September as well. Let's just take a quick look where the markets are now as we've opened here on Sunday Globex, and currently GC, there it is, making that move down. The 6J currently trending downside. Again, this is a smaller time frame. We can see obviously be rain in both directions as always. So there it is, kind of quiet all around. ES and YM on the indices pulling back a little bit, but NQ Not too bad. All right, again, make sure you check out that recap. Week 39 is pointing out what the perfect setup is, the perfect setup of T3 moving averages. Let's just go ahead and pull up one beautiful picture here. That's exactly what we're looking for intraday. You can go to a higher time frame, such as a 25, 50 tick chart. You can use these on minute charts as well. But the combination of both the T3 moving averages crossing over in sync with the other charts at the bottom, which are just a study overlay from other moving averages. Again, some of you watch MACD's, RSI's, combination of other studies, put it all together, and you got yourself a solid trend. The key is, and the holy grail is always patience for your setup. All right, we have covered all the charts. Let's take a look quickly at the economic calendar for the week. As we have Yellen there on Wednesday, non-farm payrolls, ADP employment. We have not New Zealand, France CPI here out this week at L. But as we jump into earnings season, keep a heads up. All right, Jedi Traders, that covers it all. My insight into the technical momentum outlook for week 40 on the indices and key futures markets as I watch them each week. Make sure you check out my website here, tradingfibs.com, for any more additional information, or any of my social media outlets. Feel free to stop by anytime. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, david@tradingfibs. My trading mantra: one simple strategy, any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. And again, whether it's tradingfibs.com or here on Twitter, I simply leave the crystal ball to the experts. I'm only watching what's on the charts, and I leave my bias at the door when trading. Hey guys, a quick shout out to the live futures trading challenge here through Infinity Futures coming up. I'll be presenting a trading webinar here using the Murray math levels in your trading. Whether you like range charts, minute charts, we'll go ahead and break it down and show you how you can apply that to your intraday as well as long-term trading. If you guys want to get a jump on that, feel free to jump on over here to my YouTube channel, where I have a tutorial on the Murray math levels with Heiken Ashi bars, and we'll be expanding on that in this webinar coming up. Again, there it is. Make sure you sign up there. October 10th, 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. For those of you who are interested in joining us, like-minded traders seeking those highest probability setups, jump on over here to, there it is, their membership page, and there it is. Join us on any Thursday or Friday to view live charts habits as they happen in the trade day. We'll get you in on one of those days. Just email me a request for the link, david@tradingfibs.com. Hey guys, have yourselves a Blue Zone weekend as we roll into October. It is fall time. Have yourselves a great day. Have yourselves a good night. Have yourselves a great week, and good trading to you.